Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I am an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make these videos for my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. If you have any interest in possibly knitting one of my patterns, please check in the description below where you will find a link to my Ravelry page where you can find all the patterns I have available. But for today, I did one of these. This is the second one. I was lucky enough to be able to participate in an exciting project where a collaboration between Anzula Luxury Fibers, they make amazing yarn, and Stitch Sprouts. Stitch Sprouts is the company who distributes wholesale my paper patterns to local yarn stores. So if you go to or own a local yarn store who likes to do paper patterns, then you would go to Stitch Sprouts to be able to get mine. And she also represents a bunch of other awesome designers, so it's a great place to check. So what happened is Anzula and Stitch Sprouts got together and we came up with these booklets. Each booklet focuses around a yarn or something else. In the third video, you'll see the something else part. And there are 5 patterns by different designers in each book. I have designs in 2 of the books. And it'll become very obvious in the third video why I don't have something in the third one. But I was lucky enough that I was sent all of the samples so I could make a pattern review video for you guys. So I have them and I'm going to show them to you. So the book that I'm talking about today is the Nebula book. And Nebula is a sparkle yarn. It is a gorgeous sparkle yarn from Anzula, and it is remarkably soft for a sparkle yarn. It is a wool nylon blend with the stellina sparkly stuff in it, and it's fingering weight, and I have awesome stuff to show you. The first one I'm going to show you is called, I have a note down here so I can remember everything, Mandragin, and these are from Jen Lucas. She is a designer extraordinaire, and they are fingerless knits. They have beautiful lace. I love this color too, but let me show you. So there we go. And they're these great gauntlet links, and see how the pattern is? It's super cool, and you can actually, they line up. I'm going to put this on for you, but I've already tried, I've test fit these. I have very beefy forearms. You might as well call me Popeye. So I can't pull them all the way up for you because I don't want, well, I can be very gentle. I don't want to ruin them. Jen would be very cranky with me. But this is a problem I have with all kinds of mitts because I'm like Popeye the Sailor Man. So I'm sure, because I looked at how this is written, that you could just omit, if you are like me and have the beefy forearms, you could omit one of the repeats and still have nice long mitts. Or if you have regular forearms, you just make beautiful gauntlet length. But look at this. How pretty is that? And can you see the sparkle? It's so hard to get the sparkle on camera. See, there's a sparkle sticking up right there. See him? He's right here. But so, these beautiful, I just love them. I'm going to put the other one on too. If you like slouchy mitts, then you could totally do them the same length and scoonch them down like I am, or pull them up, or omit a repeat and make them a little bit shorter. But you will have beautiful, aren't they pretty? So, huzzah to Jen. And then we have from, did I almost go off? From Anzula Tong, a set. So we have a hat and cowl set. The really cool thing about these, they're worked in the round. Oh, and these are worked in the round also. divided for the gusset, like normal. These are worked in the round, but the cool thing about these is that they're held double. The yarn is held double, so you can't see, but it's super dense. And look at the pom-pom. I am a huge fan of pom-poms, and it is just so cute. I checked it, and she made the pom-pom with the, you know, holding one strand of each color. So you got this multicolor, and it's optional. I mean, if you're not feeling the pom, I mean, nobody's gonna like make you make the pom, but I love pom-pom. It's got a really cool slip stitch pattern that mixes it up, and let me put it on. I probably should have done this last. It's gonna totally work up my hair, but here we go. And we're going to do the head cam again. We got the pom-pom. How cute is that? And of course, if you want to stay super warm, we have a matching cowl. Again, worked in the round with the slip stitch. And it's nice because it's slip stitch. You're really not getting any kind of crazy weirdness on the back. So the back of it looks super nice too. Sometimes with color work, the backs are not so much. So let's put this one on. It's got a nice length, and since the yarn is held double, it is so gonna keep you crazy warm. So this is called, you know what, I didn't even tell you, the Dayap, D-A-Y-A-P hat and cowl set, and this is patterns 2 and 3 by Anzula Tong. I'm gonna do the classic, you know, the picture, all the Ravelry pictures of this one, so you can see. You got to get that shot, because otherwise how are you going to see? Because otherwise you want to bunch it all up. But again, it's got the amazing sparklies. And then we've got from Catherine Vaughn, another amazing designer. You know, I should just maybe quit saying that, because you should just take it for granted that all these layers are amazing. This is called the Light Bell Sleeve Shrug, and it's because it's got a bell shape. I looked at the instructions, and the way this beautiful lace piece is constructed is you start here and work in this direction, and you're working in the round until you hit the point where you split it, right? And then you're working the same stitch but flat, and you do that twice. And then you graft in the middle to make it. And that, I am sure, is so you get these beautiful scallops on this end. Now this comes in extra small, small, medium, and large, and this is the small. So totally not the size I would make were I making this, but I wanted to put it on to show you how, and I have, again, test fitted. You got to get your arm in the hole. There we go. And it actually, even though this is the small, I mean, I could wear it. That's why I have on a sleeveless top. But, I mean, this is like tight on me. But if I needed to, I could wear it. And I really like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make something like this, because it covers up for this sleeveless. Because I like sleeveless, but then you go in someplace and it's cold. But I wanted to show you what the back looks like. Make sure you can see this. Here we go. You can see the arms. La la la. So, this is the Light Bell Sleeve Shrug by Catherine Vaughn. I think it's super cool. And you know what? I'm leaving it on because you saw how fun it was put on. I don't think I should take it back off to show you the last piece. And the last piece is my piece, and I called it the Contraction Cowl because of the way it's shaped. Now, you would think, by looking at this, that there's lots of interesting increasing and decreasing in shaping going on, but you would be wrong, because there isn't. This is a sneaky thing. I like making stuff where it looks like it's way more complicated than it actually was. So this is the way it's worked, is you cast on with a provisional cast on in the middle of one of these larger panels and knit in this direction. So you're knitting across like this. You're not knitting in the round, you're knitting flat. And what happens is you have this panel here of texture that is naturally a very wide panel. And then you switch to this, which is a slip stitch double knitting technique. So you're actually cutting the number of stitches on each side in half. So what that does is it contracts those stitches in, and hence the name, and it just kind of makes this weird, this pleated effect, right? But there's no pleating and there's nothing fancy going on. So you just go back and forth between the texture and the little stockinette double knitting until you reach the end, and then you graft it together. Now, if you aren't much on grafting, you could always just do a regular cast on and a regular cast off and whip stitch it together, or you could do a 3-needle bind off. It depends on how invisible you want the seam. I was going for finesse and trying to do the invisible thing, so the instructions are to graft it with Kitchener in seed stitch, but if that doesn't sound like a fun time to you, and I totally wouldn't blame you, you can graft it however you want. So this goes like this. Stand up on my tippy toes. And you could also, I have a little stumpy neck, so this probably isn't gonna look great on me. If you have one of those beautiful willowy necks, you can double it up and really get some warmth out of it. So that is the Contraction Cowl. So all of these again are out of Nebula, and they are all available in the book From Stitch Sprouts, and most of them are also available as single patterns, both printed and digitally, and the ebook is available on Ravelry. So you have many options of how to do this, and like in the last video, I am going to put on all the knitwear. I'm going to put on, I have on the light bell sleeve shrug from Catherine and my Contraction Cowl, and now I'm putting on the Mandragin gloves from Jen Lucas, and I am covered in sparkles. And also we're going to end up with a double cowl action, which I don't know if that's legit or not. Don't know if legit double cowl action, but we're doing it because, hey, all the knitwear all the time. The hat to top everything off. Okay, once again, I am wearing all the knitwear. So I will have all the links below so you can check out everything, to all the patterns and all the fantastic designers. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, click the like button, and if you would like to be notified whenever I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.